Okay, we're going to do a quick one because I'm expecting a phone call soon, so sorry. And we're going to review the oversized, was it the Classics Legends Bumblebee? Something like that, or Universe, something like that. It was, or Generations. It was one of those sort of, it was around that kind of time. It was a small Bumblebee, like a Legendsy kind of class. And this is, I'm going to go with Voyager for now, and we'll see how we get on from there. Come here. It comes with this gun, which looks like something. It reminds me of something. I mean, the way it's hollow and stuff, it looks like the guns from the Unite Warriors guns. Unite Warriors Devastator, sorry, their guns. But it isn't. I don't recognize it. But it looks like something. So if anyone knows where this gun's from, I'll just go in there. But it's the old little weirdo Bumblebee. Again, a little bit scratched up, yada yada yada. It was a freebie from SirToys, I'm not going to complain. But it's pretty. I'm not going to lie, it is quite pretty. And this is, I said during the unboxing, this is a brick. This has got some weight in it. And I believe the diecast is here. This chunk at the back. And if you're going to say anything about, you can put an Autobot symbol there if you want. If you're going to say anything about the alt mode, because this is quite a nice little futuristic semi-Cybertronian hatchback, you know, little sporty car. This is cool. The only bit that falls down is that, all the big gap and mess. Now the small one got away with it because it was small. This one you can't be quite so forgiving with it. But the paint is in the brake lights. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It's one of those. It depends if it bothers you or not. Me, I mean, it doesn't look great, but let's face it, you're not going to be looking at it. Let's bring this up a little bit because it's pointed quite low. Okay. Do you want a size comparison? Well, I didn't bring very good ones, but we're going to do one anyway. So here's Kingdom Rat Trap. I got a replacement. I had to buy it myself and call it a late Christmas present from the missus. The other one got destroyed. I felt really bad about it, so I had to replace it because that's just how my brain works. Like I say, this is the kind of size that the original version of this would have been. Something more similar to this, so you can see how much bigger it is now. See, there was a reason I picked the small size comparison. Okay, we should transform it. Okay, so what we need to do is get this side piece, which for some reason my hands have just popped it loose. It needs to just dislodge from there. Mainly these big tabs go into slots there, and there's this little thing here that goes into a groove in there and on each side. Okay, now we get these back pieces that stick out a mile. Wriggle those loose. There you go. There's this tiny little notch there which goes behind the mirror. Sorry, where mirror? Window. There you go. Blah, 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 blah. Get this one loose. There you go. Now just bring them out a little bit. There, it's done. What do you think? Alright, fine, fine. I'm going to turn it over. Okay, you've got an idea of how this works now. We need to dislodge this from here. There's these two yellow pieces there that just grip under this lip. Oh, they've actually got holes for them, look. Those big slots there. Bless. Get that. Right, okay, let's explain this. This is basically the waist and lowest, like, stomach area with the legs attached to the hips. They rotate on hinges here to go into this. So we're going to rotate it through. But at the same time, this black panel is the sort of top of the sort of shoulders, neck area. And that is attached to the roof, which basically needs to move on its own. So basically this all sort of moves together until you can get this out of the way and this into place. There he's done. Okay, fine, I'm going to stop. Sorry. So straighten the legs out, flip down the little toesy woesies, split the legs. There we go. Oh, I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit. Hang on. There we go. rotate this down, and we get this bit with the wheel, and just flip on that pin there, all the way up and through, which is cool. It was always cool. And do the same, flip it through, adjust the shoulder pads to your preference. And there's Bumblebee in his roll-up mode. And he just looks like he's just, someone who's just sort of like, I'm just here, I'm fine, I'm mellow, mellow, that's a good word. He just looks mellow. He's here, and this shoulder's floptastic. I was going to try and tighten it before the review, but I thought, it's fine. It's fine. So this one's really good. This one holds really well, but this one, it doesn't want to play. But it's fine, There's a big ball joint in here, hinge here, slightly impacted because of all the arm kibble and stuff, but it's not a big deal. You can work around it. And there's a swivel in this upper arm here, although this is quite tight, but it is there. Nothing that wasted due to transformation. The head doesn't do anything because it didn't on the original because it was small. Universal joints in the hip, which go out quite far, go forward quite far, go back to the back panel. No knee. That's because of the transformation. If you wanted a knee, you'd have to trim out this little piece here, which I don't recommend, but you could do it if you wanted to. So, not really much knee. But there is a surprising bit of foot, because that should be about flat. And you can go forward, so you can tiptoe a little bit. And that's for transformation, obviously. So, he's got okay articulation. Not fantastic, but it's there, it's fine. And he's got his gun, which again you can leave stored on the back throughout the entire transformation, or you can put in his hand, of the arm that works. He's fine. Nothing wrong with him, he's alright. Arms don't quite 90 degree, but close enough. I need to floor polish this arm, I do. It's one of those. It's like in films when robots get damaged and their arms just sort of slump down at the front. That's what it looks like. Oh, now I feel sorry for him. What have I done to myself? Size comparison, because obviously I've again brought the most interesting size comparison. So here's Kingdom Vertebrake, because again the original would have been around that size. So you can see how much this is. Duck's probably be about there, Voyager probably be about a millimetre taller. This is again Voyager to leader size, depends on the mass, what you'd want to call it. So, meh. You know what, she can stay there, Rat Trap can come in, why not? It's interesting, it's quite solid, little exhaust and stuff moulded in there, and there's the thing in there. A little bit of TLC if you want to add some more details and stuff, because there are bits there, and the face, bless him. There's something about the face that just makes me kind of sad. Don't know what it is. Can you guys put your finger on it? Just something about the face that's just sort of like, like that guy who's putting on a brave face and is going through the motions, but he's dead inside. That could be what it is. Of course, you could always, cut the head off and try and put your own head on it and turn it into another character. You're welcome to do so. It's your figure if you buy it. But, I gotta say, for a weird and wacky little thing like this, an upscaling of a weird character, which, I figure that once you stop messing with it, you don't even really think about it. I mean, the last time I saw this figure, it was, was this the one that came in the 2-pack with Age of Extinction Bumblebee? Because the swoop came with a pterodactyl minicon. So they're supposed to be like, oh, Age of Extinction, G1, even though they were not the G1 characters. I think so. I think that's what came with it. So yeah, he's a weird one. Very weird. Not bad, but weird. That needs some floor polish. The thing is, if you get it to a right pose, it's an absolute rock. It might just be catchy in there, but nice and straight, nope. Also want a little bit on these legs. They're a little looser than I'd like. they work perfectly well, but I like them tighter. So yeah, I'm going to call it a night there, because this is... The thing is, there's even detail models in there. Look, he's got some of those fans from the little ratchet I just did. See, some of those. I think these are actually from the same set, to be honest with you. I don't think they're sold as a set, but I think they're from the same line. So, that's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to call it there, because this is kind of cool and it basically speaks for itself. So if you want to buy one, I'll try and get the link here somewhere. SirToys has been quite handy and sent me all the links, so hopefully I'm not stupid and I'll find it. So, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye!